Fields at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and trotting. In from between horses, Cokerville is out quickly for the lead. On the inside, it's Heather Mary. Flash Finn is also there. It's Cokerville. Now your leader into the first turn, a length and a quarter. Heather Mary trots in second. Flash Finn is parked on the outside third. Sereng came away fourth. Eastridge Star with a girdly spot racing in fifth. Speedy Charger is on the move. Then comes Moon Randolph, and far back early on, it's Leota Lady. They race for the opening quarter. Cokerville leads a length and a quarter. It's Cokerville on top, a tight length. Flash Finn is parked second. Opening quarter, 29-2. Cokerville now leads a length and a quarter. Flash Finn will have to go a big trip now second. Heather Mary is right there in third. Speedy Charger's been out for most of the way. He's on the outside racing in fourth. Sereng to the inside of him. Then comes Eastridge Star. A gap to Moon Randolph, and far back, Leota Lady. They race for the half, and it's Cokerville now extending the lead to 2. It's Cokerville by 2 1/4. Flash Finn now drops in behind second. Heather Mary with the leader's third. Speedy Charger. He's been out for most of the way. 59-2 for the half. Cokerville leads a length and a quarter. Flash Finn is right there second. Speedy Charger now gains on the outside third. Heather Mary along the rail fourth. Sereng is on the move with cover. Eastridge Star is third over. Moon Randolph, and far back, Leota Lady. 3/8 of a mile to trot. Off stride on the far outside now. Speedy Charger. That leaves Cokerville on top now by 3. Flash Finn under urging second. Sereng racing in third. Eastridge Star will have to do more from here fourth. Dropping back, Heather Mary. 3/4, 1:30-4. Now Cokerville opens up the lead with every stride. It's Cokerville and Dave McGee. They open up by 6. Sereng trots in second. On the inside, Flash Finn has no trot in third. Eastridge Star is far back at this point. For the final 1/8 of a mile, Cokerville is all by himself. It's Cokerville and Dave McGee. They're cruising to victory here. Cokerville opens up the lead by 5. Eastridge Star now a late move, but a distant second. Sereng trots in third. Cokerville easily tonight by 6. Eastridge Star second. Sereng third.
Fox Valley Parfait Neil Coleman, $53.60. 5 Mall Walker Rick Finn, $80.40.
About a 1/16 of a mile before the start, here they come. Poco's Boy lags the start. They're off and pacing. It's duo skipper Sam between horses. On the inside, Anxious Cash and Swayze Warrior now 3 off the rail, charging on the far outside. Between horses, duo skipper Sam. On the inside, it's Anxious Cash. Swayze Warrior now clears to lead. It's Swayze Warrior, your leader, 3 parts of a length. Anxious Cash holds on the inside, racing second. Duo skipper Sam pacing in third. Steady Stewart came away fourth. Striking Hawk is with that pack in fifth. Then a gap to Herbie Let's Go. Prairie Land Cowboy and far back Poco's Boy. After the early miscue, they went by the opening quarter pretty quick, 28-4. Your leader now, Swayze Warrior and Homer Hochstetler. They lead a length. Anxious Cash is right there in second. Herbie Let's Go is on the move. Now it's Herbie Let's Go up to challenge Swayze Warrior for the lead. Swayze Warrior on the inside. Herbie Let's Go on the outside. Anxious Cash is right there in third. Striking Hawk now moves into the game second over in fourth. They race for the half. It's Herbie Let's Go on the outside. Herbie Let's Go now clears to lead at the half. Opens up a 2-length lead, 59-3. An honest pace. Herbie Let's Go now opens up by 4. Swayze Warrior racing in second. On the outside, Striking Hawk gains third. Anxious Cash racing in fourth. Duo skipper Sam is fifth. On the outside, Prairie Land Cowboy. To the inside of him, Steady Stewart. And Poco's Boy is at the end. They're 4 in and 4 out. They race for the final quarter. Your leader is Herbie Let's Go, a length and a quarter. Swayze Warrior is right there in second. Striking Hawk begins to fade in third. On the inside, Anxious Cash racing in fourth. Duo skipper Sam is fifth. 3/4, 1:30-4. It's Herbie Let's Go, your leader a length. Swayze Warrior is poised and ready to strike from second. Anxious Cash racing third. Steady Stewart now finds racing room and is charging through. They've got an eighth of a mile to pace. It's Herbie Let's Go on a short lead. Swayze Warrior is out for the drive. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Herbie Let's Go is under a drive. Here's Swayze Warrior. Now it's Swayze Warrior on the outside. Herbie Let's Go digs in. Herbie Let's Go on the inside. Swayze Warrior on the outside. Very tight for the win between Herbie Let's Go and Swayze Warrior. Steady Stewart was third. Tonight's third race, the Paul's Appreciation Pace, Perfectas and Trifectas. A field of 8 as of now. There are no changes. Post time, 17 minutes, 8. Top of the turn. Here they come. They're off. Rosebrook Willie away quickly for the lead. In between horses, Noble Leader, and on the inside, Kyler Bell. It's a battle for the lead. It's Noble Leader on a short lead, but Rosebrook Willie now up to challenge and take the lead. It's Rosebrook Willie, your leader, a length and a quarter. Noble Leader racing second. Kyler Bell racing in third. Strings and Wings is parked on the outside, racing in fourth. Slumlord in fifth. A gap to Woody Go Home, then another gap. Do We Want to Dance? And at the end, early on, Windmill Chip. They roll by the opening quarter. 29-1. Your leader, Rosebrook Willie and Dean McGee. They lead a length and a quarter. Strings and Wings has been parked from the word go. He's out there in second. Noble Leader getting a very good trip in third. Kyler Bell racing in fourth. A gap of 4. Slumlord pacing in fifth. Woody Go Home is on the move. Now a big gap to Do We Want to Dance? And the long shot, Windmill Chip. They race for the half. Rosebrook Willie leads by 2. Noble Leader. The main threat right now, second. Strings and Wings. The trips begins to take its toll in third. On the inside, Kyler Bell will need racing room. The half, a quick 58-4. Rosebrook Willie on top. A length and a quarter. Noble Leader right there in second. Strings and Wings retreats third. Kyler Bell looks for room in fourth. Woody Go Home now moves up 3 wide in fifth. Now fourth. 3/8 of a mile to pace. Rosebrook Willie leads by 2. Noble Leader under urging second. On the inside, Kyler Bell racing in third. Woody Go Home is on the move. They race for the final quarter. Rosebrook Willie accelerates. Leads by 2 1/4. Noble Leader racing in second. On the outside, Woody Go Home. Kyler Bell has nowhere to go. Around the turn, it's Rosebrook Willie, your leader a length. Noble Leader now drives from the pocket. It's Rosebrook Willie on the inside. Noble Leader is coming to him. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Rosebrook Willie, 3 parts of a length. Noble Leader is charging. They race down the stretch. Noble Leader on the outside. Rosebrook Willie on the inside. These two are stride for stride. They race for the wire. Rosebrook Willie maybe over Noble Leader. We know Kyler Man was third. That's Kyler Bell third. Field moves around the far turn. In the stretch. Nearing the start. They're off. It's Brooklet's Gale and These Eyes along the inside. Emily's Award. Emily's Award now on the inside. But Brooklet's Gale on the outside now draws clear to lead by 2. Emily's Award racing in second. Pamela Puppet came away third. Moonlit Hanover racing in fourth. These Eyes paces in fifth. Then comes Bear Bait and Piccalilli. There's single file. They race for the opening quarter. And your leader is Brooklet's Gale by 2 1/4. Emily's Award now cuts that gap in second. Pamela Puppet pacing in third. They go by the opening quarter 28-3. Ronnie Marsh has Brooklet's Gale under a tight rein. Your leader by a length. Emily's Award right there in second. Moonlit Hanover now the first to pull in third. Shuffle back on the inside, Pamela Puppet. These Eyes is following cover second over in fourth. Then comes Bear Bait, and at the end, Piccalilli. They race for the half. Brooklet's Gale on a comfortable lead. A length and a quarter. Moonlit Hanover now prompt the pace in second. Emily's Award sits a pace in third. These Eyes on the outside, racing in fourth. A half a minute flat. It's Brooklet's Gale on top. 3 parts of a length. Moonlit Hanover, the challenger, second. Emily's Award right there in third. These Eyes getting an ideal second over trip. Now fourth, Pamela Puppet. Along the inside, racing in fifth, Piccalilli. On the outside, racing in sixth. And at the end, Bearbait. 4 in, 3 out. They race for the final quarter. Brooklets. Gale now responds to the challenge. Draws clear a half length. Moonlit Hanover, another move in second. Emily's Award sits patiently third. 3/4, 129 and 4. On the inside, it's Brooklets Gale. On the outside, Moonlit Hanover. She's not done. Emily's Award now under urging in third. These Eyes retreats in fourth. Around the turn, Brooklets Gale opens up a length. Moonlit Hanover racing second. Emily's Award on the inside, racing in third. They're in deep stretch. It's Brooklets Gale now drawing off. Brooklets Gale comfortably by 3. Emily's Award maybe over Moonlit Hanover for second. The Perfecta 4.5 1380, the Trifecta 4.51 2580, and the Pick 3 returns $43.60. Fourth race rundown. Here they come. They're off and pacing. On the far outside, it's Need for a Change. On the inside, Champagne My Dear. Now Champagne My Dear will take advantage of the inside post position and draw clear 3 parts of a length. Need for a Change now up to pressure in second. Need for a Change will now take the lead. It's Need for a Change, your leader, a length. Champagne My Dear will yield in second. Penny Whistle pacing in third. Truffle Maker came away fourth. Maybe Maxine racing in fifth. A gap to Charming Crystal racing in sixth. Crystal Water is seventh. And at the end, a White Kite's Last Jet opening quarter 28 and 4. Now your new leader is Champagne My Dear. She takes the lead. Away from Need for a Change, it's Champagne My Dear, your leader, a tight length. Need for a Change will gladly take the trip in second. Truffle Maker, she's on the move first over third. Penny Whistle saves ground fourth. Crystal Water is second over with cover in fifth. The White Kite's Last Jet is on the move. Shuffled back. Maybe Maxine and Charming Crystal. They race for the half. The second tier now takes formation. It's Champagne My Dear on the inside. Truffle Maker, the challenger, on the outside second. Need for a Change is right there in third. Crystal Water moves up a strong fourth. On the inside, Penny Whistle. Then comes a White Kite's Last Jet on the inside. Maybe Maxine and Charming Crystal. 3/8 of a mile to pace. Your leader, Champagne My Dear. Need for a Change is second. 3 wide down the backside. A White Kite's Last Jet. Truffle Maker is asked for more between horses. They race for the final quarter. Champagne My Dear on a short lead. Truffle Maker another move in second. 3/4, 130 and 1. Off stride, a White Kite's Last Jet. Around the far turn, Champagne My Dear digs in. On the inside, Need for a Change. Crystal Water is 3 off the rail and driving third between horses. Truffle Maker, she's not going to get there. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Champagne My Dear leads a length. Here comes Crystal Water. Further out, Charming Crystal now moving up. It's Champagne My Dear, though, responding to the challenge. Champagne My Dear draws off, wins it a length and a quarter. Close for second between Crystal Water and Charming Crystal. Field now all in line. Here they come. They're off and pacing. It's touchdown pass on the inside in between horses. American Bandstand, and on the far outside, Star Kingdom. It's a battle for the lead. Touchdown pass between horses. American Bandstand now clears. It's American Bandstand, your leader, a length as they race for the quarter. Off stride around that turn. Touchdown pass. Now American Bandstand opens up a 3-length lead. Bright Bully now occupies the second position. Racing in third on the inside, it's Fanny's Mark. They race for the opening quarter. And your leader is Bright Bully, 3 parts of a length. 28 and 4 the opening quarter. It's American Bandstand on the inside. Here's Star Kingdom. Now it's Star Kingdom up to get the lead away from American Bandstand. Star Kingdom leads a length and a quarter. American Bandstand racing second. Bright Bully with the leader's third. Touchdown pass back on stride. He's now first over, racing in fourth. Towards the inside, William S. racing in fifth. Pirate Rip is on the move. Then comes Fanny's Mark. And at the end, but on the move, Virgil Scooter. They race for the half. It's Star Kingdom on top by 2. The half 59-2. Star Kingdom keeps a 2-length lead into the paddock turn. On the outside, touchdown pass. Racing second, American Bandstand. Getting an ideal trip in third. Bright Bully with the leaders in fourth. Pirate Rip is parked on the outside, racing in fifth. William S. on the inside in sixth. Then comes Virgil Scooter, and at the end, Fanny's Mark. They've got a quarter of a mile to pace. It's Star Kingdom, your leader a length. American Bandstand right there in second, 3/4, 129-4. It's Star Kingdom in control a length. American Bandstand right there in second. Here comes Virgil Scooter. Now Virgil Scooter into the game. They've got an eighth of a mile to pace. Star Kingdom accelerates. Now opens up by 2. American Bandstand racing in second. Virgil Scooter in third. Bright Bully along the inside racing in fourth. They're in deep stretch, and Star Kingdom leads a length. American Bandstand one final surge. A late move, Bright Bully. Star Kingdom in front. Very close for second. Bright Bully maybe over American Bandstand.
Five minutes, better hurry.
Fields in the clubhouse turn. Nearing the start. They're off. It's Adams Alley from in between horses. On the far outside, The Man I Love. Further out, Strychnine, and on the rail, Country Club Drive. Now 4 horses across the track, and along the inside, Country Club Drive will get the easiest trip of all. It's Country Club Drive now drawing clear to lead a length. Adams Alley parked on the outside second. Prairie Yankee closes that gap in third. The Man I Love pacing in fourth. Strychnine is on the move in fifth. Free the Tiger racing in sixth. In seventh, it's Jughead, and at the end, Delco Dandy. They roll by the opening quarter, 29-1. A lot of movement. Your leader, Country Club Drive, 3 parts of a length. Adams Alley, another move in second. He'll try again. He pressures Country Club lead on the lead. It's Country Club Drive, your leader, a long neck. Adams Alley is parked in second. On the inside, racing in third, Prairie Yankee. Strychnine is parked on the outside fourth. Now it's Adams Alley. Up to put a neck in front, Country Club Drive still there on the inside. It's a battle for the lead, 58-4. Off stride at the end of the pack, Delco Dandy. Country Club Drive and Dan Knox. They lead 3 parts of a length. Adams Alley will need a big effort now second. Prairie Yankee right there in third. Strychnine has also been out for most of the way. He's racing in fourth. The Man I Love along the inside racing in fifth. Here comes Free the Tiger moving up 3 wide. They race for the final quarter. Country Club Drive is under a drive. Between horses, Adams Alley. Here's Free the Tiger. Now it's Free the Tiger. 4 off the rail. Now clearing powerfully into the lead. Free the Tiger opens up a 2-length lead. Country Club Drive racing in second. Adams Alley losing ground between horses third. Prairie Yankee has nowhere to go. Around the turn, they've got an eighth of a mile to pace. It's off. Free the Tiger. Free the Tiger leads by 5. The battle now for second. Country Club Drive, a late move, Prairie Yankee. They're in deep stretch. It's Free the Tiger in front. Free the Tiger wins it by 3. Very close for second between Country Club Drive and Prairie Yankee. Fields all in line. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Social Tatler out quickly for the lead, joined by Radiant Baby and You Own a Bank. It's Radiant Baby in between horses on a short lead. You Own a Bank rushes up alongside second. In between horses, Social Tatler, and on the inside now, Spicy Mohawk moves through. It's Spicy Mohawk on the inside, your leader, 3 parts of a length. Social Tatler now rushes up to challenge second. Radiant Baby is 3 off the rail in third. Right off the leaders now, moving up fourth. You Own a Bank. It's a battle for the lead. They roll by the opening quarter 28-1. It's Social Tatler on top, a long neck. She's now feeling pressure by Radiant Baby. Now it's Radiant Baby up to get the lead a length. Social Tatler yields in second. On the inside, Spicy Mohawk racing in third. You Own a Bank is parked on the outside fourth. Around the turn, they race by the stands for the first time. It's Radiant Baby, your leader, 3 parts of a length. She'll now feel pressure from You Own a Bank. The battle continues on top with Radiant Baby on the inside, You Own a Bank on the outside. A very quick 57-2 for the half. On the outside, it's You Own a Bank. Radiant Baby, she battles back second. Social Tatler is right there in third. Thorny Number now moves up in the game fourth. On the inside, Spicy Mohawk racing in fifth. Victory Embrace is now third over with pace. On the move, Monday Millbank, and shuffled back to the end, Witch Tree. They're bunching up for the final quarter, and on the inside, it's Radiant Baby. In between horses, You Own a Bank now moving up 3 wide. It's Thorny Number. 1:26-4. The fast pace continues. It's Radiant Baby on a short lead. Thorny Number now up to challenge second. Social Tatler looks for racing room in third. Around the turn, they've got 1/8 of a mile to pace. On the inside, Radiant Baby. She's been pressured throughout. On the outside, Thorny Number. Here comes Victory Embrace and Dwight Banks. They're around the turn. They're in the stretch. Victory Embrace now pours on by. It's Victory Embrace, your leader by 2 to the wire. Victory Embrace wins it. Very close for second between Spicy Mohawk, Social Tatler, and Radiant Baby. Available. They're off and pacing. It's Raven Ruler in between horses. On the inside, Wings of Gabriel. And on the far outside, it's Catch a Sight. They race for position. On the inside, Wings of Gabriel leads 3 parts of a length. Raven Ruler is right alongside second. Catch a Sight is parked on the outside third. Now Inexplicable moves third. Catch a Sight parked on the outside fourth. Ansley Hanover is pacing in fifth. Gazoo Bluegrass racing in sixth. The gap 2, Smooth World, and at the end it's Celtic Ranger. They roll by the opening quarter, 28 seconds flat. Your leader, Wings of Gabriel, by 2. Raven Ruler is right there in second. Inexplicable with the leaders in third. Ansley Hanover pacing in fourth. They race into the 3/8 with Wings of Gabriel on top, a length and a half. Raven Ruler racing in second. Inexplicable pacing in third. Then comes Ansley Hanover. Catch a Sight racing in fifth. Now drives from fifth. Gazoo Bluegrass is on the move with cover. And then comes Smooth World and Celtic Ranger. They went by the half, 57 seconds flat. It's Wings of Gabriel, your leader by 2. Raven Ruler racing second. Inexplicable third. Catch a Sight is on the move now. First over. Now moving up third. Inexplicable shuffled fourth. Gazoo Bluegrass on the outside racing in fifth. Ansley Hanover towards the inside racing in sixth. Then Smooth World and Celtic Ranger. But Wings of Gabriel now opens up a 3-length lead. It's Wings of Gabriel in the final quarter mile leading by 2. Raven Ruler racing second. Catch a Sight is under urging third. Inexplicable on the inside fourth. Wings of Gabriel opens up the lead now by 4. It's Wings of Gabriel all by himself inside the 8th pole. Wings of Gabriel opens up the lead with every stride. The battle now for second. Wings of Gabriel by 5. Raven Ruler racing second. A late move. Inexplicable in between horses, but it's Wings of Gabriel from start to finish. Raven Ruler second. Inexplicable third. Fields at the top of the turn. Here they come. They're off in pacing. It's Prince de Elegance on the inside, joined by Star Blue Chip. These two go right for the lead. Prince de Elegance now leads a length. Star Blue Chip came away second. I Wanna Kiss racing in third. Charge Plate pacing in fourth. Hail Ryan racing in fifth. Casey Lee is sixth. And at the end, it's Lord Bordeaux. They're single file. They curve down the backstretch for the first time. Prince de Elegance leads a tight length. Star Blue Chip is right there second. A gap two. I Wanna Kiss racing in third. Charge Plate racing in fourth. Hail Ryan is fifth. Then comes Casey Lee. And at the end, Lord Bordeaux opening quarter time 29-1. It's Greg Lance and Prince de Elegance on top, a tight length. Star Blue Chip is right there in second. Now on the outside, it's Hail Ryan first over in third. I Wanna Kiss is shuffled fourth. Casey Lee will follow the cover of Hail Ryan, now second over fourth. They pass by the stands. It's Prince de Elegance with a two-length lead. Star Blue Chip is right there in second. On the outside, it's Hail Ryan going the difficult trip in third. The half timed in 59-3. Prince de Elegance keeps a two-length lead. Star Blue Chip is right there in second. Hail Ryan inches a closer third. I Wanna Kiss racing in fourth. Casey Lee is on the move. Also moving up, Lord Bordeaux, now shuffled back. It's Charge Plate. 4 in and 3 out. They race for the final quarter. Prince de Elegance leads a tight length. Star Blue Chip is right there in second. Hail Ryan under urging third. Casey Lee on the outside racing in fourth. 3/4, 129-2. But Prince de Elegance now fights off pressure, draws clear a length and a quarter. Star Blue Chip is right there in second and ready to pounce. Around the turn, Prince de Elegance leads a length. Star Blue Chip is now out for the drive. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Prince de Elegance is under a drive. Here's Star Blue Chip. Now it's Star Blue Chip drawing away. Star Blue Chip leads by 2. The battle now for second. Charge Plate on the inside. Star Blue Chip a length. Charge Plate second. Casey Lee third. Returns $18,298. The pick six.